The legendary Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car has finally returned from Gran Turismo 4, and now it's definitely becomes a variant for the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car. Just right on time for an awesome custom race special going on in Gran Turismo Sport. Well, folks, you may know as Hyperion-Blue-GT champion for today's event board. So it looks like I'm about to get ready to try out for this 13 years library race car boards. So the design of the Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car has been made by Q_96. Well, I just definitely giving a like for it. Well, you also saw the comment that says 100% approved. Well, I kind of like this cool, awesome library, but it also adds some few additional cool stuff that has to be in it. So, looks like it's time to get ready to go, and looks like I've already putting on his custom-made library for all of us. Well, I kind of think that it was used to be a 2004 since the release of Gran Turismo 4, but I would like to think that this is a very fine good coverage billboard for a fully detailed Group 3 race car. But it is definitely quite very realistic like never before. So looks like it's time to get ready to go for a race board. So I would like to go and take on for the last 2 laps board. So maybe let's just go on over to Circuit de la Sarda for a 2-lap challenge race like the good old times before. Okay, so let's just gonna have to go and select the Spec 2 race car. Now, this is very good board. Well, probably as a variant library for the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car, this may be good for the Gran Turismo 4 library design version because this is very good to be ready to go. So, got everything set up, and now let's just gonna make it a 20 starting grid, and then let's get everything up and going by now. Well, probably the tire and fuel consumptions might be turned on for now, so I'm just gonna have to do it like old school fashion Gran Turismo 4 race style because that might be better for it. And then, well, I'm just gonna have to think of something else like having A-Spec points for having a references board, but don't worry, because this is Gran Turismo Sport, because everything is all created for all cars and race cars. Because this is gonna be very excited for having this segment. Alright, so it looks like race number 1 at Le Mans, and then looks like the Ford GT Spec 2 race car is now definitely in last. The test car is definitely starting out at 4th place. This may be very good to be prepared. Driving settings has been quite the usual. Now let's see how the Gran Turismo 4 race car can also defeat the 2 BMW M6, because this is going to get very challenging. Alright, looks like this race is about to get everything started. So looks like it's time to go for a rolling start, and then the race is already begin. So I might be able to get everything prepared to do this like standard rolling way. Then here we go. Race number 1 at Circuit de la Sarda, challenging several of the 19 of the Group 3 cars, featuring with the classic Gran Turismo 4 style Ford GT race car. It's coming on their way. Well, probably this might be very good for the variant design of it, but it is a test car, of course. This might be very good for it. Well, probably back from GT5 and GT6, we used to have a standard interior view. Well, probably this might be the very artificial to be represented by Gran Turismo, but they always putting in the test car in Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, because this has a better good choice of the interior view. Well, probably like this one, because this is probably what everybody wants to have this interior view for. Just giving a little bit more simple tips for it. So even so, yeah, that was definitely the test car interior view might be able to be mentioned, of course, since the last part since I tried out the Ford GT Spec 2 test car, because it is definitely stronger for an American race car. Probably this might be very strong, good to use for it. Well, maybe Ford officials still using the 2017 Ford GT or the 24 Hours of Le Mans with a different livery with an equal boost on it. But they just already got the livery design they just made for it. Well, maybe I'll probably have to try out the next one until after this one. So right now, 2 laps is going to be quite giving a better choice to speed it up. Well, very take it easy on it. It's very getting light hearted. Okay, let's go for the Mulsanne corner. Then charge it back up, and then let's catch up to the Ferrari 450 Italia GT3. Got trying to go over to approach the Indianapolis second corner and then going to the 4th corner. Okay, there's the black test car. That's what I'm going to show you guys. Just giving a little bit more slow time after the 90-degree angle, and then let's go for it. Well, definitely the differences has ever since GT5 and GT6. Well, the Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car is used to be a standard vehicle. It doesn't show a quite perfect interior view. And for the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car, well, it is a brand made by Gran Turismo and Ford since GT5 Prologue. Well, maybe let's see the differences around when I'm driving around for it. Okay, so looks like going on the downhill corner to give it better time. Okay, looks like that might be the same difference for it. Well, I kind of think the same headlights is quite very good for it. Just wanted to let you guys know and see how the differences of the colors. Alright, very good. Now let's just go on in to approach the 2 BMWs after I'm going to overtake the Nissan GTR. Well, probably still got that strong enough speed to overtake the Nürburgring GT3 race car. Alright, very good. Now let's go for it. Yeah, definitely the handling is giving a little hard time for it. Okay, so I kind of think I made a little mistake and I'm just trying to go back in. So even so, that might be the same light durable since the last previous Gran Turismo games from the PS3 era. Well, probably including Gran Turismo 4, but maybe you guys have probably enjoyed your favorite games from probably back in the years since the PS2 era featuring this Ford GT race car. But it is still drivable to be good to use, but probably this will give it a little bit more help if you really want to keep gaining up some good A-Spec points to be giving them out a win. Well, I'm just gonna have to give it a little bit of spin for it, but probably this is going to get a little bit harder or giving a better shaker to it. Okay, there's the 2 BMW M6. Time to go forward to the approaching in. Let's show these strong Group 3 race cars how the legend can also make its comeback appearance. Dive on to the Mulsanne corner. Yeah, actually I'm always putting on the fuel map bar because it is going to be old style Gran Turismo 4 Racing UI. But definitely, I'm just always having the GT Sport Racing UI for it. This might be very good to use all these functions for it. Okay, very good. Looks like I'm in first place, and now let's just go on over to the finish line. Just do it nice and neat. Well, I really guess that you guys always enjoyed the classic libraries from the previous Gran Turismo games. It is very fun and very enjoyable, but now you can be able to be using these old style libraries as variants. Variant designs of each specific cars if you really want to choose your favor. This might be a good time to try it out and give it a positive comment. Think that it was very excited and 100% approved. This might be giving a better time to give some inspiration to support with each other. Alright, coming in on the Ford chicane for the final stretch. Just going to go nice and neat, and this will give it a calming, simple call to action. Yes, looks like fastest lap has been achieved, and then the race is all done. Well, looks like this is very good for having a little better section for it. But this might be giving a little bit time to race again next time. So definitely just finally got first place for standard earnings since the late breaking point mistaken for it, but I'll make sure I'll be able to get used to it, because driving Ford GT race car as a Group 3 could be giving a little bit more technique that we need to be very careful for it. So looks like it's time to get ready to exit out, and let's just gonna have to choose for a 5-lap race for the next round. So I kind of think, which course should I go next? Well, maybe let's just gonna have the race on Suzuka Circuit for another attempt. Then let's gonna go for it and make it a fine noon weather. Just gonna have to choose the same car, and then let's get ready to go for 5 laps. And this time, grid start might be going on for the next round of the challenge. Just gonna have to do it like the usual. Well, I kind of think that the Toyota Supra GR Racing concept was definitely absent on the starting grid list. Well, probably that most of you guys, if you really want to use the 2018 Supra GT3 race car to be in the race, that might be very good for it, in case if the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car was definitely shown on the list. This might be giving a full different car starting grid sessions if you really want to see it, just like a full-on competition for it, with all the different cars and the different brands for it. So let's get ready to go on the second round of the race. Alright, and they're off. all Group 3 race cars in Suzuka are finally to get started. Okay, so this will keep it nice and steady for it. Just keep calm and drive on. Okay, so definitely the Audi R8 element is definitely blocking in the way for it. So I'm just trying to go in and race gentle, and then I finally got it in for an overtake. That's better. Just going to go through it, and then this will be able to be taking a little 10-minute race for it. Oh, and probably I'm also to be recommended to use for the brake balance levels. That might be able to be good to use to help. Okay, so TCS2 can also give me the improvement of speed to help out. Okay, keeping on the straight after the spoon corner and then past all the multiple Group 3 cars. You got it. Stay at the final turn. Moving on to the next lap. The test car for GT is still going on for it, just giving a little bit more catching up to overtake the Nissan GTR. Because the Racing Legends 4 GT lives on, folks. The combat car always comes for first place for only 3 rounds of each event. Nissan and Ferrari is still racing on over and then approaching in on the spoon corner. Okay, so let's just stay and wait for the straight. Then here goes. Go in and take a little double overtake and take on the chicane. Then let's go and approaching to the 2 BMW M6. Alright, new fastest lap is definitely putting my name on it. So it looks like the Nürburgring 24-hour race car is currently in first place, and the M-Power library from the IMSA series is quite getting a little bit of catching up to be on the struggle. Okay, so it looks like 4 gaps is definitely coming closer. Okay, watch out. just use the apex while you can. Okay, good back muffler popped in. Well, definitely the differences of the styles of the front version of it. Well, it's still a Spec 2 test car, but it is giving a little bit more exact makeover improvement. This might be very good. Okay, there we go. Stay focused. Just gonna go and use the long grab to go catch up. Ooh, so close, and I'm nearly safe. Thanks for the safe landing. Very kindly. Alright, looks like it's time to get ready to be approaching in on the first place. Just gonna think I'm in second. Only one more to go. Looks like this is gonna be very fast enough, but not. Okay, almost. Just gonna be one step closer to overtake the Nürburgring 24-hour race car. Still very close. Alright, one more. It looks like approaching in on the hairpin. Okay, so looks like Spoon Corner might give it a shot. There you go. Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car is in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. This race car never gives up for any chances. Alright, let's go and move on over to reach one more lap. It's the final lap. Well, this is quite giving a better improvement to mastering out on Suzuka circuit for only several of the Gran Turismo 4 current cars. Has definitely has faced its new set of challenges, skills in GT sports. But this might be giving the good choice to have a little reminding shots in our imagination while we racing in the PS4 game. Just giving like, imagine if you're playing Gran Turismo 4, if you really want to gain a 250 A-Spec point, that might be giving the good luck choice to do it. Well, maybe some other folks always love the PS2 console because it also enjoys Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec and Gran Turismo 4 with featuring the Ford GT race car, because this is everybody's most favorite game ever of all time. Well, I kind of think I also enjoyed all the Gran Turismo games for it. Well, maybe it's always enjoying it in the past for it. Well, definitely this may be giving a little bit more long time developed to be ever yet to be shown for it. Well, maybe most other Gran Turismo players are definitely experts on YouTube. They just always did a lot of good videos that they have on. So, looks like it's time to get ready to finishing up the race. Just taking one last turn for last rev. And then, home free finish line. Well, that was a good clean race bonus for a comeback for it. So it looks like this is definitely very good to get all the earnings, and the daily workout has finally complete. So, looks like race number 2 is finishing since Gran Turismo 4's appearance. Now, I would like to go and pick on the next track, so this might be getting a little bit more very different. Okay, so probably if I really want to go and choose Willow Springs as the final round of this race, this might be getting a better choice to do it. So I'm gonna have to do one more time, and that will be it for it. But even so, I'm just gonna have to take a little break after I'm trying to deal with some, well, I'm still actually okay by now. I'm just gonna have to do it if I really want to do a little break time for it. Well, maybe I'll just have to get ready to go for it. So, looks like still no sign of the Toyota Supra GR Racing concept on the starting grid. So, looks like it's time to get ready to go without the 4th generation race car for it. Alright, looks like the final round of the race is going on ahead. So this might be very fast and good for it to race on the Willow Springs since Gran Turismo 6. Well, kind of think that the 4th GT Spec 2 race car always loved that track along with the test car. This might be very good for a brothers-in-arms segment moment. Well, they are the same car, and the same brand. Okay, here we go. Let's stay on the top and then go down the hill. Go freestyle right turn and then approaching in on the hard turn. Just gonna go and pass on to the Honda NSX Group 3. Just give it a little excuse pass. Then there's the black test car. Just gonna go and make a little pass for it. Kinda safe for it. 4 GT, LM Spec 2 race car and test cars are like brothers. They always race the same models, but separately in different sections for it. So it looks like the 2 BMWs are always trying to go and catch up stronger, but not a simple chance to go for it. Just give it a little bit nice and easy to go further. Time to go for a little beat down. Oh look, there's the Renault Sport RS01 GT3 race car is joining in for the party. Well, that might be very good for a race car that we need to get a little bit more excited for it. And even the FT1 Vision Gran Turismo. Wow, looks like that might be giving a good start to climb up to the top. Okay, so let's go and switch the course map. So let's see if several of the cars still going on, driving around the track. Very clever to pass the GTR GT3 race car. Alright, looks like it's the end of the halfway point. Just moving on over to the nearly lap. Lap number 4 is on the way. Okay, so this might be getting closer up ahead to the 2 BMW M3 Sports because the Legendary always comes back to make its comeback appearance, and they just want to go and make a little second chance to be in it, to win it. But the new ones, well, they might be able to try hard and try win for it. Well, I kind of think most of you guys always love the new race car to be having a strong chosen of its capabilities. Oh man, okay, that might be the hard part on the last turn, get struck in by a sand trap. Well, talk about having a deja vu if all of us are really trying to make its way to climb up to first. Alright, so let's just kind of keep this well balanced under control. So let's just go and beat these 2 BMWs if I really want to go and give it a chance. No. Okay, well, there it goes again like the first round on Le Mans. Good thing green flag just called, and then the current runners just called for the yellow flag. Just try to keep the brakes under control for it, folks. This might be giving a little bit better to keep the pressure in. Oh man! Do you see that? That Apex barely made the Ford GT jump for it. Definitely like Gran Turismo 1 all over again. Wow, that was very crazy at the last turn. Oh, that gives me a little bit more heart attack for it. Okay, looks like that's definitely in 3rd place for it. So, I did a lot of good fun for today. So, looks like that's definitely giving a little small earnings and another mileage point for it. Well, looks like that's for the Gran Turismo 4 Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car is quite coming back to make its return. So, looks like it's time for daily workout time. Well, I kind of think I really want to choose a different race car, or especially a Ford GT race car. And okay, so looks like I'm finally got an Audi R18 Audi Sport Team Joris, or not the Le Mans 2011. Well, maybe I'll have to go and earn and receive a Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car by tomorrow for it. So, looks like time for mileage exchange. So, I should probably have to go and choose the driver pose 11. So this might be quite very cool looking. And now, this time, well, I really guess that G6 hat mate color is definitely green better for it. So, looks like the Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car is finally back, and it has its very good improvements as a variant version of the Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car. So definitely the differences of the designs of the same race car, well, it is probably as a Group 3 race car because we all love Ford GT LM Spec 2 race cars like this color with white base with some black stripes and wide body sides for it, because we also enjoy playing Gran Turismo 4, but now I hope you really love to race with this newly highly advanced graphic race car to be shown for it for the very first time. So looks like this might be a very good choice for a white Ford GT race car as a livery variant. So I would like to give a little bit of special thanks to, well, the kind of thing I'm also to be at the car livery section sports. So I would like to give a little special thanks to Coos_96 for making a good fine replica of the race car from GT4. That might be very good to do it. I love it. 100% approve. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to click like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. And don't forget the links on the description down below if you want to see more for it. So, probably in the next part, this will be a 2 Ford GT race challenge. One is the GT4 and the other is the test car. And probably another race car like the standard N-Class vehicle was definitely going to be a good choice to be using for 3 cars by now. Well, I'll see you guys next time, and I'll see you guys later in Gran Turismo Sport. So stay racing and keep it cool and drive like a pro.